Hello, beautiful, beloved twin flames. This is Stephanie Parasha, Divine Light, coming out to you from Aotearoa, New Zealand. And I have been guided to produce a new format for my videos. And I'm just going to start straight in with basically doing a grounding in and a meditation before we begin talking. Because there's been a lot of shifts and a lot of changes, and I don't want to start talking about those until we're in a space to be able to receive those messages. So I'm just going to invite you to just breathe into your space right now and where you're sitting, and just take the time to breathe into your heart space and allow your body to relax and your central nervous system to just breathe out and release and chill and dissolve and let any stress or worries just be released from you right now. And just take another couple of deep breaths just to bring your energy into the present moment, into all the bodies aligning, physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, coming together, your astral bodies, and now your higher self also coming in and aligning here, sitting here now in this meditative state to invite in your higher self and any guides or archangels or ascended masters or any beautiful beings of light that would like to sit with us and to help us understand and be guided and to receive any messages that may be helpful to us on our path, and to also receive any healing that we feel is required at this time on all levels of our body, in all timelines and all aspects of self, now aligning with the light, feeling the strength and the power, the peace and the calm, the love that flows freely now through the top of your crown, down through your body, down through all of the chakras, aligning down into the earth, grounding in through your crystal cylinder and cord of light coming from the higher dimensions down into the earth, feeling your grounding cord go down into the earth, connecting in with your feet to Mother Gaia, and feeling that energy of being connected to Gaia, allowing your roots to go down a little, and breathe in to the heart center in the middle space to align above and below, and on either side with those of us that are connecting in any relationships you wish to join on the horizontal line, bringing in all twin flames, all beings of light, all light workers and healers, and all communities across the world, across this beautiful planet, feeling our web of light increase in volume and power, frequency, feeling our vibrations becoming more pure and high. And on the breathe out, just relax a little more into this short message and discussion that I will be having with you today. And through this message, and to continue on until you do your own energy work, may you all be beautifully protected in a rainbow light crystal sphere, and you feel your angels around you protecting you, and you feel really safe in your beautiful energy sphere, or whatever energy field that you feel comfortable to create around you at this time. And when you feel ready, you can just become comfortable enough to receive this latest download of information for twin flames that has come through. And also I'm going to become a little bit more chatty from now on and just give you a little bit of information that's been happening on my personal journey to help integrate and understand what's happening on a physical earth level. So as I begin this, I'm just going to read off some of the things that I've been writing down. Hopefully I can read my writing as to what's been coming through for me. So I do apologise for a week of delay in getting this message to you. The reason is because I was actually away for the school holidays. I went away to stay with some family, and I still managed to sort of keep a little bit on track, and I did a couple of sessions, which was great for those people that connected with me. And since I've been back, I've just had also problems with my Wi-Fi. So anyway, here I am. So I've also been getting some massive upgrades. So I've been quite sort of being asked to lie down and being asked to do all sorts of things. And one of the main things that's also changed with me and why things are quite shifting quite fast for me is that I'm on a detox. So I've gone off coffee, which is really big for me. And I'm just doing a full cleansing diet at the moment. So I'm just on really raw smoothies and juices and things like that, not really just eating pure fruit and veg. So that has been interesting, to say the least, and I think that's what's also activated me to be able to get this message out to you. But big upgrades, all twin flames and lightworkers and healers are being asked to really connect in right now to God's source and to really use your light and your power that's available to you. That's why I did that meditation to begin with, because that's another thing that we're being asked to do, is to just connect in and meditate and do our healing work, both on ourselves and also on others. Just we're always connecting into that God source light whenever you can, all the time, ideally, but obviously because we live in the 3D and earth, we're living on the earth plane and we're being pulled into various different situations, and before you know it, we've sort of forgotten ourselves and we're being pulled into that lower earth energy frequency again, which is great, and we still need to stay grounded. But at this time, lightworkers are being told to prepare. So again, we've been given that message for some time now, to prepare. And of course most of us have been following and trusting our inner guidance and intuition on what we're being asked to do. There is a kind of feeling that there is going to be an increase in what feels like fear on the planet. People may start to freak out a little bit and start to go into their pain and quite a bit, which could potentially cause problems. And of course, as light workers, what's our job? To heal. It doesn't matter whether it's ours or not. I'm being kind of given a strict message. We're sort of ground crew back to work. We've sort of had a bit of a rest or a reward recently, and with becoming closer to our twin flames, we're now sort of back on mission again, sort of doing our own whatever we're needing to do, maybe separately, maybe together, but still focusing on maintaining your own energy frequencies. And in terms of your twin, those that are still, I shouldn't use that word, I've got to stop saying that, twins that are not in physical union, although may still be seeing each other on to some level, and even twins that are in union together, still continue to focus on 5D communication and telepathy as being really, really important. So even if it's not your twin, you can also do this with other people as well. So sometimes we're having some chaos or difficulties in the third dimension for whatever reason, dramas and pain and frustration and anger playing out and all the strong emotions, and that's just discharging certain electrical currents. So what twin flames do and light workers is that we connect with the person's higher self or our own higher self and the other person's higher self and have a connection and check in with what's actually going on. And we get told instantly, what do we need to do here? So I'm going to give you an example of my daughter and I've been, it's been school holidays, so she's been off from school and I've been off from work, and we've been spending quite a lot of time together. And she's at an age that she's sort of becoming quite emotional and going through, pre-puberty, and so she can become quite, strongly triggered, and so, I get a message, what do I need to do here for her? And so, I got a message in particular, she was experiencing some pain as well in her body, and it was just give her some healing, give her a massage. So, I got her to lie down, and it was wonderful. So I'm also feeling that twin flames are now, and Lightworkers also, much more in their power, and many that haven't been using their healing gifts are going to be called to use them very much so, and really practice bringing that through, because when you're a conductor, you're a transducer of the currents of healing and light, you can bring that into where there's discordance or the energies are all getting crazy and haywire, and just bring that beautiful light into the situation. You can do that. This is your job, and that's what I've been doing, and I know that we can all do this. It's connected a little bit to a message that I kind of got from my mate Jesus Christ, who likes to come and talk to me every now and then, and that's often again about the bridge between religion and Christianity and all that stuff, and the New Age. So where people are creating a polarity and a real extreme polarity on either side. This is where we meet in the middle when Jesus Christ talks about absolving. He doesn't absolve, he absolves people's sins. So he doesn't say, oh, it's not my stuff, I'm not going to do it. Or, like Mother Teresa, she doesn't say, oh, that's not for me to deal with. She just gets in amongst it, and Jesus gets in amongst it and and works out the stuff for people. They do that healing for a reason, and we are walking that path. And yeah, I know we're human, but we're also extremely powerful and do have these abilities, so we need to balance that out with our humanness as well and start using these skills more. In order to help us do that, we continue to get our own body work done, our own massages. We receive massages and healings ourselves as well, so that continues to flow through, so that energy is flowing through. I think I mentioned this before, but I've written it down, and it's the point where I'm about to get up to. So that's about clean diet and detoxing. So as I mentioned, I'm doing that myself right now. It's usually pretty standard anyway at this time of the year. We're going into spring, so we do a spring cleanse in the southern hemisphere and the northern hemisphere, going into autumn or fall, and usually that's another good time to do a detox. I've been getting quite a lot of sort of messages around discipline at this time, and it's discipline that actually does create. I used to think discipline was a hard thing, that someone, you had to do 20 press-ups every day, but it's, and I sort of resisted that and was a bit of a rebel when it came to discipline, and more in favour of being free to just relax and do whatever I want. And I've learned that those two things are one and the same, and they sort of interact with each other, and that in order to get real freedom, involves discipline, a certain amount of discipline. So again, it's a measured amount of both, not an extreme polarity. So that's again coming into the balance. This, as you can tell, this download has been really big, so that's why it's taken me a while to get into the right space to be able to bring it through and to share it with you, and to bring through the energies that also go with this message, because as always, it's about the love and the light, and the love is the energy and the healing, and the light is the knowledge and the information, and we bring it together. So just a little bit more on, if we're not, if we're more in a grounded way on the earth plane, still aware that we're bringing in part of setting up this new paradigm, don't be afraid to get involved in setting up ecosystems, little mini 5D ecosystems within the 3D system, so that they give people little sanctuaries and places they can come to feel what it feels like to be in that beautiful love energy, and there's more and more of us that are creating that. So we need to continue on that role and mission as well. All twin flames in any capacity, in any job that you're in, that's part of your job as well. And when we're doing more of this and we're doing our work, again, remember we get our little reward at the end of that, and it's usually in some way connected to becoming, more connected and closer to our twin flame. Now that brings me to pretty much my last thing on my list, and I really do apologise if this has been a long one. I know it's not too bad, 15 minutes. I feel like I've been talking really fast. I think it's because I need to get this message out, and I just want to make sure it gets to you. Right, so I just wanted to recommend, if you haven't already and you're not followers of Twinstrology, Marla, and Marla and Dio Veselinov are two of my favourite twin flame teachers, and I really hope that you also, people that follow me, would follow them. I'd say that we're in a very similar group. So they have just put out Marla has just uploaded from the Twin Flames Together reunion thing, whatever it is, gathering. Unfortunately, being in New Zealand, we can't quite get there. But, we're thinking of you over there and sending you the energy. And so she did a talk with Rob and Angie about their twin flame journey, and it's really cool. I mean, in some ways it's like, it took them that long. But again, we're shifting timelines really quickly. But at the end of the day, what they went through is just a perfect map, and you'll really resonate with it. And I'm sure you'll feel aspects of your journey that they talk about that are just so comforting to hear two, really grounded, awesome people talk about their lives and how they met, and it's just and how their journey's going. And I think the more of us that do that, and then they come together and share, is just going to be exponential in the energy that provides for our group as a whole. And that there is hope for us, and so it's a real good feel good thing to do, to go and listen to that. I'll put the link below in case you somehow or other don't know about it already. And in that case, I think I've sort of come to pretty much the end of this message. I'm glad that I got it in a reasonably good time frame, because I myself don't like listening to very long videos. But anyway, great. Okay, so I'm going to leave it there. I also just want to let you know that over the next 2 weeks I'm going to be moving house. So if I don't get a message out to you then during that time, that's the reason why. So in the meantime, I'm sending you all so much love and so much light, and may you all be well and be love. Okay, bye for now.